Well, shoot. This planet's even more backwards than I expected. I can't find any leads anywhere. Nothing's popping up on my communicator either. Oh well. Guess I'll go back to Arlia and figure out what to do next. What's everyone out here for?
Ah, Mr. Kenny, Raina's in trouble.
Raina? What happened to her?
Mr. Kenny, do you know about the son of the mayor from the next town over?
Yes, a little.
Then I'll cut right to the chase. Alan has taken Raina away by force.
Taken her away? Where?
I'm afraid to say this, but I believe he took her back to his mansion. He's one of Raina's most overzealous suitors. I never thought he'd be the sort of man who would take things this far, however.
Well, what are you standing here for? We've got to help her.
I'm afraid things aren't that simple. Alan's the son of the mayor. He's one of the most powerful people in his hometown.
We could face retaliation in one form or another. Not that I accuse the mayor of being such a base individual, of course. I'm merely saying that the possibility of such a thing is much greater than zero.
Alan also has a gang of thugs to serve as his personal guard. I imagine he threw his money at all the local ruffians he could find. His gang all look tremendously tough. If we tried to confront them head-on, we would have no chance against them.
But still!
Something like this has never happened before. I'm at a loss as to what we could possibly do.
Oh, Raina. My Raina.
Then I'll go save her. Since I'm not from this village, my actions shouldn't have any effect on the rest of you. I'm just a random nobody who decided that Raina could use some of my help.
But Mr. Kenny, it would be too dangerous to try and take them on by yourself.
I can and I will. I have my sword of light, remember? Just wait for me, all right? Don't worry.
Mr. Kenny!
Please save her. I need Raina back.
I know. I promise I'll get her back to you. Damn it, it's locked! Guess I'm blasting my way through. Sweet! Huh? Crap, my phase gun's almost out of energy. I'll need to lay off it for a while, but there's no turning back now.
Whoa! What was that?
The Sword of Light!
What's that? This is Raina's hairpin. What's it doing in here? If Raina's hairpin was dropped in here, that could only mean one thing. I knew it! Are you okay? Who did this to you?
Who are you? Hurry! He kidnapped Reina!
I'm Reina's friend. Is she down this way?
Reina's been taken away, deep inside the Salva mines. Alan paid me to build this bizarre altar for him. I think he's set on taking her there. I tried to stop him, but he overpowered me.
So he's inside there?
Right. Be careful. Something's not right with Alan.
All right. Wait here, okay? I'll come back for you once I find Reina.
Sorry that I can't help.
Reina!
That's close enough.
So you're Alan. Let Reina go. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
If you'll excuse me, sir, we are in the middle of a holy ceremony. In just a moment, we will be together as one. I would appreciate it if you would show some respect. Now then, my Reina.
No! Mr. Kenny, help me!
Stop it! This isn't anything holy! You can't force someone into marriage like this!
Force? I think you're a tad mistaken here. We are in love with each other. Love with each other. Love!
Alan?
Love with...
Oh no!
Mr. Kenny!
Damn it! Look out! Reina! Are you alright?
Yeah.
What happened to this guy, Reina?
I don't know. Ever since he came to Arlia, it's like he was possessed by something.
But people don't just turn into this kind of monster. What's going on here?
Alan, you were such a good person, too.
Reina,
Why did this have to happen? Alan!
he's still breathing.
Where am I? Huh? Reina, why are you here?
Alan! You're back!
What do you mean? Oh, my head's spinning. I feel like I've been stuck in a dream for days.
I guess that stone was what caused all this trouble. Once it's gone, that was enough to turn him back to normal.
I'm so happy for you.
Let's go back to the mansion. We can figure everything out over there.
I did all of that?
Yes, you did, I'm afraid. It was a terrible experience.
Wow. I can't remember a thing. You're telling me I had Bosman build that altar for me?
Yep, it was about 2 weeks ago that you sent me the order. And now that I think about it, that was around the time I started to notice you acting strangely. Like you were in your own little world or something.
It must have been that stone. Whatever power that stone's emitting was enough to mentally transform you.
I think you're right about that. The first time I saw that stone, it was like something swelled up inside my head. I felt like I could literally do no wrong. that I was right and everyone else was to do my bidding. I don't remember much after that, but I don't think I'll ever be able to forget what it felt like at that single moment.
Alan.
Reina, I'm sorry. I know I was unconscious during that time, but I feel terrible for doing those things to you.
Don't feel bad, Alan. Besides, you're back to normal, and I know the real Alan would never do anything like that.
Thank you.
We better hurry back to Arlia. Your mom's worried about you, Reina.
Yeah.
I need to go explain what happened to everyone in Salva. Hopefully they'll be understanding.
Reina!
Well, looks like we owe you our thanks once again. You saved Reina's life not once, but twice now.
Oh, no. I hardly did anything worth thanking me for.
So is that what started this whole little episode? That little stone he found in the Salva mines?
That's the only explanation I can think of. When the stone shattered, Alan snapped back to normal.
First you go mad, then you transform into a monster. That stone almost reminds me of the sorcery globe.
Yes, it does seem to be that way. Perhaps the two are related somehow.
The sorcery globe.
That's just something that popped into my mind anyway.
It sounds like the town of Salva is in an uproar right now. As if Alan didn't cause enough chaos, rumors about the hero have made it over there as well.
I'm sorry. I know you had warned me about that.
Do not take that as a criticism. It was unavoidable with your mind focused upon saving Reina's life. Still, the story has spread too far now. Hiding it any longer will prove to be very impractical.
I see.
Would you mind investigating the sorcery globe for us, Mr. Kenny? I know this is an awfully selfish request, but frankly, I cannot think of anyone more fitting for the task. I as well believe Alan's fit of madness has something to do with the sorcery globe. If you could save him, then perhaps you could do yet more for us.
Mr. Kenny?
The sorcery globe. As of now, the sorcery globe seems to be the only thing on this planet that has any connection to outer space. I don't have anything else that's even close to a lead right now. Knowing what I know now, it's hard to think of the sorcery globe as just a normal meteorite. Finding more about it could prove to be more valuable than I thought. All right, I'll do it.
You will?
But first, let me just remind you that I'm not the hero. Saving the world is just way beyond me, I'm afraid. But I think the sorcery globe might provide some useful information for my own personal reasons. If I can help everyone else in the process, then I figure it'd be worthwhile, you know?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenny. We will help you out as best we can.
Thank you, but I'm not making any promises.
Could you take me with you, Mr. Kenny?
Reina!
You heard what the mayor just said. I want to help out as best I can.
But Reina, it's going to be dangerous.
I fully understand that, but I just know I will be of some help to you along the way. You don't know very much about this land, do you, Mr. Kenny? So you're going to need some kind of guide in your travels. I could at least provide you with that, right?
I suppose so, yes, but... Come on, Mayor. Help me out here.
That's right, Mr. Kenny. Why don't you take her along if that's what she wants?
Mayor.
I'm sure she'll be a tremendous asset on the road. Please, think it over some.
Okay, I got it. But get your mom's permission first, Reina. I'm not gonna let you come with me unless she gives the green light.
Yeah, I know.
In that case, you should probably head for Cross first. That's a pretty large town, so I'm sure you'll find some leads there. Take care on your way home, Reina. It's starting to get chilly, so don't catch cold now.
Oh, I'll be all right. My house is right over there, you know. I'm not being a burden on you, am I? I know I kind of forced you into this.
No, of course not.
Listen,
Yes?
Oh, Reina, are you still here? I thought you'd be back home by now.
Have a good night.
What's the matter with her? Oh, well, I can't have myself catch a cold out here. Back inside for me. And for you, too.
Yes, sir.
Would you join me for a little chat before bed?
Sure.
You know, when that girl volunteered to go with you, there was a part of me that knew she'd do exactly what she did.
Why is that?
Reina helped heal Alan's injuries, didn't she?
Yeah.
That healing power she has, nobody else in the village has it.
How do you mean?
Allow me to be frank. Reina is not Wester's real daughter. Wester found her inside the sacred forest. Reina was only 2 years old then. Even I was genuinely surprised when Wester showed up with a toddler in tow. When Wester told everyone she'd raised the child as her own, nobody raised so much as a single objection. I suppose they felt sympathy for the couple, as they had never been blessed with a child of their own.
Does Reina know about this?
No, she hasn't been told. I thought it was still too early. She could already say her own name when we found her, so we know for a fact that Reina is her real name. Other than that, we have no idea where she came from, nor the reason she possesses the healing power that she has. In other words, everything about her is a total mystery to us.
You don't have any clue at all?
Her only possession was the pendant around her neck. But that does not give any insight about her past. There isn't anything aside from that.
I had no idea.
Look how late it is. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time. I've already prepared the bed upstairs for you, so please. Please, take good care of Reina for me.
I promise I will. Reina. That's odd. It sounds like something's hitting the window. Is it coming from the balcony? Reina? What's wrong?
I want to talk to you. Can you come down for a moment?
I'll be right there.
Thanks.
Reina? Oh, there she is. So, what did you want to talk about at this hour?
Well, I told my mother I'm going and, she was pretty surprised.
I would think so. Did she say no?
She didn't say anything, but then the mayor came by.
Oh.
Listen, Mr. Kenny, there's a reason why I want to come along with you.
A reason? What do you mean?
My mom, she's not my real mother. I don't think either of them realize I know, but I overheard them discussing it a long time ago. Father.
What am I supposed to do?
Please, keep your voice down. We wouldn't want Reina to hear us.
That girl's passed out on her bed, now that she's finally had enough of crying for her dead father.
I am sure this is just as much a shock for you as it is for her. But you are her mother. You need to stay calm for her sake.
Stay calm? How am I supposed to stay calm? My husband is dead.
Wester.
Without him, what am I going to do? I still haven't told her yet. Now that he's gone, I'll have to tell her all by myself. Can you imagine having to tell your daughter that she's not your real child? I knew I should have thrown away that damn pendant. Why didn't I get rid of the last connection to her real parents? She would have been mine, my real daughter.
So you want to search for your real mother?
I don't know. I don't have anything to go on besides this pendant. But the fact that whoever gave birth to me cared enough to give me this pendant, I think she must have loved me, at the very least.
What about the mom you have now? Westa's the one that raised you. I can tell she has a lot of love and affection for you. What about her feelings?
I love her. She's the only mother I have.
So why all this then?
I want to know what I really am. Where was I born? Why was I in the sacred forest? Where did this power of mine come from? But more than anything else, I want to know what happened to the woman who gave birth to me. I'm not going with you because I want to leave my village. I'm going because one day I will come back here again. It's getting late. I'm sorry I brought all this up.
No, it's...
Good night.
Take care of Reina for us, Mr. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Be careful out on the road.
Of course. I'll be fine as long as Mr. Kenny is with me.
I suppose so.
Reina.
Don't worry, Mom. I promise I'll be back soon. Saying goodbye like this makes it all the better when I say hello again, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Come back soon. Okay, Reina? Thanks, Lucien. Remember to be a good boy, all right? Okay.
Go on now. Wouldn't want to keep Mr. Kenny any longer than we have to. You'd want to reserve enough time for the trip to Cross, no? It's best if you set off as soon as you can.
So the first thing to do is visit the King of Cross at the castle, right?
That's correct. He will certainly welcome you once you show him my letter of introduction. You'll be able to gather the latest information on what's going on from him.
Oh, definitely. I know the king pretty well myself.
Let's go then, Reina.
See you later, Mom.
Take care, Reina.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Kenny.
Thank you, sir. The trip took a lot longer than I thought.
There's nobody around.
The castle looks like it's locked up too.
Let's stay at the inn for the night. We can visit the castle tomorrow.
Why, it's Reina! You've been quite a stranger lately.
Sorry I haven't been around, Aunt Rachel. How are things going?
Oh, as well as always, I'd say. Oh, found a new man, did you? Worrying Westa to no end, no doubt.
He's not my boyfriend.
Well, you didn't have to shout it like that.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Well, you're in luck. I've got a lovely vacant room just for the two of you. How about I let you stay there for the night? On the house.
Are you sure that's okay?
Oh, nothing but the best for my niece on her special night.
I told you already, it's not like that at all. I swear.
Not at all, huh?
Come to think of it, Mr. Flack paid a visit to town a couple of weeks earlier.
Diaz was here?
but he left soon afterwards. Not that he had any particular destination in mind.
I see.
Well, make yourselves comfy.
Thank you so much, Aunt Rachel.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Take care of Raina for me, all right?
Yes, of course. By the way, I couldn't help but wonder, who's Mr. Flack?
You mean Diaz?
She mentioned the name earlier, so I was just curious.
His full name's Diaz Flack. He used to live in Arlia like me. Something terrible happened to him, though, a long time ago, and because of that, he left the village.
Well, I'll try to avoid the subject then.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I make one request, though?
What is it?
You really don't have to call me Mr. Kenny. It just makes me feel weird when I call you Raina.
Okay, I'll remember that from now on.
Well, let's get ready for bed then. It's getting late.
Looks like it. Good night, Claude.
Good night, Raina.
Well, how did things go?
We had a great night's sleep, Aunt Rachel. Thanks for asking.
Oh, you know that's not what I meant.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. He had 3 eyes.
This is the front desk for the audience chamber.
This is the place. I'll write our names in for you.
I see you're here on behalf of Mayor Regis of Arlia.
Yes, sir. I'd like to have an audience as soon as possible, if I may.
Very well. If you could kindly wait until I make the arrangements.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome to look around the castle until the time comes.
That would be great. Thank you. We're in, Claude.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Just remember to be careful.
Pardon me.
It is an honor, Your Majesty.
Ah, it's you, Raina. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I can hardly recognize you. You've grown to be even more beautiful than what I've heard from Regis.
I'm glad to see you in good spirits, sire.
Oh, there's no need for formalities, Raina. What can I do for you today?
Yes, sire. We have begun to conduct an investigation into the sorcery globe. As part of that, we were wondering if Your Majesty could give us whatever information on the globe and its properties that you currently possess.
Heavens, you're the one conducting this investigation?
Yes, sire, and we are treating the job with as much resolve and determination as it deserves.
Well, if that be the case, then it wouldn't do to hold anything back from you. I am afraid we know very little about the machinations of the sorcery globe ourselves. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say we know nothing at all.
Haven't you sent a team to investigate it?
I have, but unfortunately, any hope for their return seems to have perished at this point. I hear that people and monsters are fighting a pitched struggle in El Kingdom territory at present. Unfortunately, few details have been given on the scope of the battle or the number of casualties incurred as a result.
Are there any ships right now that can take us to El?
There are, but they have been strictly regulated. Wild rumors have a way of spreading quickly during wartime, needless to say. I don't need to remind you of all the earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that have occurred worldwide lately. However, the exact cause of this activity remains a total mystery even to us.
Have you given any thought to the idea that the sorcery globe is behind all this?
Well, without some kind of evidence to back up that theory, it is difficult to be 100% sure about anything. To sum up the current situation, despite all our best efforts, we have failed to obtain even a trace of information about the sorcery globe.
I see.
That's why we've decided to enlist the help of any willing adventurers in the area.
That explains all of the adventurers we saw in town.
I hardly need to remind you, Reina, that your investigation into the sorcery globe is an extremely dangerous endeavor. If it were up to me, I would sincerely suggest that you call off this investigation immediately.
Don't worry, I'll be all right. I have Mr. Kenny on my side here.
Oh, so you have that much faith in his strength. In any case, it looks like you could do with some better equipment.
Here, His Majesty has granted you a travel permit, along with a small parting gift.
But Your Majesty!
Please, take it. It's a perfectly fitting payment for helping us root out the cause of this cataclysm.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
If you're traveling to the El Kingdom, the interim transport ship departing from Kurik would be best.
We appreciate your generous support, Your Majesty. I hardly even opened my mouth.
It's not just you. Even I felt like I had butterflies in my stomach.
What is the meaning of this? I believe I procured this fair and square.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? You practically stole it from me!
Stole? Exactly when did I partake in something anywhere even close to stealing?
Enough of your crap! Hand it over or you're dead!
Wait a minute. I can't just let this go on.
Claude?
Who the hell's this little brat?
Hey, you! That's no way to speak to a lady, you know.
What was that?
Let's be a little more civilized here, all right?
Are you talking to me, kid?
If I recall correctly, you were gonna fight me, not this little boy.
What?
I'll kill you, you little...
If you want to pick a fight, you'd best choose your opponents more carefully. Not that I'm particularly enthralled with getting in a fight over something I didn't do.
You're gonna pay for this!
Hopefully that taught him something. I must thank you, my boy. You were quite the courageous one.
Boy?
Your bravery has struck a chord inside of me. Truly brilliant.
It was nothing.
You're blushing, Claude.
By the way, are you the couple who had an audience with the king earlier?
How'd you know that?
I just happened to be on a tour of the castle at the time, and I overheard some guards gossiping about two people who got special permission to jump ahead in the king's schedule.
And you realized that was us?
I wondered what made that pair so special, so I sneaked into the throne room to find out for myself.
That's impressive.
I have some information that I believe you will appreciate. Without going into too many details, I just happened to get my hands on this map from an auction that I attended not long ago. Supposedly, this map shows the way to an ancient treasure hidden inside a certain cave. Would you be interested in joining me as I explore the cave?
We really don't have time to go treasure hunting right now.
Oh? Are you sure? You might uncover a hint or two related to your own goal. Well, would you like to come along?
An ancient treasure. Maybe it'll provide me with some leads. Sounds like fun. I'll take the offer.
Ah, I knew you'd come around. My name is Celine Jules. I'm a treasure hunting enthusiast. Now then, let me show you the map one more time. See this? First, we'll set off for the Cross Cave, which lies east of Cross.
Cross Cave? You mean that natural cave? Everyone knows that place.
Indeed, it's the very one.
I would have thought that anything worth excavating in there was long gone by now.
Well, supposedly this map just recently came to light for the first time.
Wow.
Right. Let's make sure we have all the equipment we need before we depart.
I could get used to having you two around.
I'm not feeling very good about this.
Did you say something?
Me? No. Let's go.
Here they come!
Seems like. Bingo! Here it is.
This is it?
What is that thing?
Some kind of ancient text. Not that I can read it or anything, though.
How sad. This is beyond my deciphering ability. I guess we have no choice but to take this back to my home and consult with the elder.
That or find a linguist. Otherwise, we've hit a dead end.
Very true. You two have been a lot of help to me, so let me thank you both.
Oh, you don't have to.
Our little expedition didn't turn up anything on the sorcery globe, though.
This is new. So it was the sorcery globe that you two have been fussing about.
That's right. And that's why we wanted to travel to the El Kingdom. Say, would you like to join us, Celine?
Claude?
Well, I just thought that your symbology could be a real asset to us on the trail.
I could certainly give it some thought.
Really?
Certainly. As in whether or not the pretty lady over there is okay with it, of course.
Oh, I'm sure Reina wouldn't have any problem. We'd be happy to have you along. Right, Reina?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I think I will take you up on the offer.
Excellent. Back to our original plan, then. Our next destination is Kurik.
You getting on? I'll need to see a permit, please.
You mean this?
Well, I'll be damned. You actually got a real travel permit.
Well, yeah. We got it from the king.
Wow, I would have never guessed from the way you look.
So when is this ship departing?
We'll be shoving off whenever they finish loading the cargo.
Oh, not too long then.
I can't be too sure of that. Tell you what, we'll wait up for you. So why don't you come back later? You know, poke around town a bit.
Okay.
Well, we've got some time. How about we have a seat on that bench? Ow!
He just came out of nowhere. Are you all right, Claude?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He just came out of nowhere.
That was really rude of him. He could have at least apologized. Huh?
What's wrong, Claude?
Hey! My wallet's missing!
What?
Are you serious?
That kid must have stolen it.
I don't know. I might have dropped it somewhere.
If that kid was behind it, we will definitely need to teach him a lesson.
We need to find that kid first. What did he look like again?
He was pretty small, and I think he had blue hair.
That sounds about right to me.
All right, let's have a look around town. Finally gotcha!
What are you doing? Let me go!
How about you giving us back the wallet you stole first?
What are you talking about? I didn't steal no wallet.
Really now? You better not be lying.
Claude. It's okay if you don't know what we're talking about, but if you do know something about it, it would be really nice of you if you can tell us, okay? You know, if we don't have any money, then we'll be stuck here and we won't be able to continue our journey. You haven't seen any wallets lying around on the ground or anything, have you?
Whoa, you're traveling? But you didn't have enough money in your...
So it was you!
Don't scare him like that, Claude. Listen, we aren't angry at you, okay? Just tell us what you were gonna do with the money. Was there something you wanted to buy?
I can get anything I want already.
So why then?
I just wanted to play a trick on you.
Huh?
I'm not some sheltered rich kid, okay? I'm a big macho sailor and I can do anything I want. Guess I showed you, didn't I?
So that's why you stole the wallet?
Nobody ever wants to play with me. They think I'm too rich and stuck up to be with them.
Oh, brother.
Well, now I understand.
So, what are we going to do with this boy?
How about we get our wallet back for starters?
Here. I'm sorry.
Now, what next? I know. Why don't you guide us around Kuruk until our ship departs? I promise we won't tell on you.
Huh?
We're new in town, so we'd like someone who knows this place well to show us around. You know what I mean?
Good idea, Claude.
Need I remind you about sparing the rod?
So you want me to be your tour guide?
Could you?
Sure, I'll do it. It sounds like fun.
My name's Reina. What's yours?
Kettle.
And my name is Celine.
And I'm Claude. Good to meet you.
All right, off we go then.
You got it. Leave it to me.
Did you feel that?
Me? Not really. Oh, right. Hey, mister.
What is it, Kettle?
They call this place Fountain Square. Bet you didn't know that. Well, wait till you hear this. Fountain Square is the busiest part of town. They've got a restaurant, a clothing store, and all kinds of other shops too.
Huh, neat. Do you play here with your friends, Kettle?
Well, anyway, that's Fountain Square. Let's go hit up some of those shops. Okay.
Hey kids, would you mind playing with Kettle for a while?
Kettle? Aw, man. I don't want to play with some rich kid.
Oh, come on, that's no reason to say no.
But that's what my mom told me. She said don't play with that rich kid. My mommy said the same thing, too. But what does being rich have to do with who you play with?
Kettle's been wanting to play with all of you for a long time. Don't you think that's what's important?
Kettle? You really want to play with us?
Yeah, I do.
Then let's be friends. I always wanted to play with you, too. I was kind of wondering what you were like, too, Kettle.
Well, great. Come on, Kettle, go have some fun with them.
But what about you guys?
Don't worry about us. We've got to catch a ship to get on with our journey.
Thanks.
Kettle, over here!
Haha, yeah!
It's nice seeing children play together, isn't it?
I didn't realize you had a gentle side to you, Claude.
Actually, I'm more than a little surprised myself.
Anyway, we'd better get back to the business at hand.
Shall we get going?
Hey, you again. I think we're about to shove off.
Really?
Yep, sorry to keep you waiting. I got one more piece of cargo to load up, so if you got anything to buy or check up on one last time, go do it now.
Got it. You feel that? Whoa, again? Let's get out of here. There you are.
Hey, mister!
Where are your friends?
I could only find one of them.
Oh. What about your mother? How's she doing?
The lady of the house was out of town when the earthquake struck. She should be fine.
Well, I hope so.
Mister?
Hmm?
I'm glad you're okay, too.
Thanks. Are you okay, Captain?
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle, actually. But my crew's gone, save for that guy over there.
That was quite a shock, I have to say. That bizarre wind and then that horrible rumbling.
So what are you going to do now?
A whole lot of nothing is what I'm gonna do. Can't do much without a ship. Let me give you a word of advice, though. You know I'm not the only way to get to L, right?
Oh?
Nope. First off, let me give you your royal travel permit back. Now take that permit with you to the Liqueur continent. If you ask the king over there nicely, I bet he can arrange for a ship to take you to L.
Liqueur?
Kind of out of your way, I know. But if you ask me, that's your best bet. You'll need to go through Harley first, though. That's a port city on the eastern edge of Cross.
So first to Harley.
You'll know you're going the right way if you see a village called Mars. Kurik's kind of out of the picture right now, so Mars is going to be the best place to stock up and get a good night's sleep before the voyage.
Mars. Got it.
You still seriously want to go to L after all this? You guys must be crazy.
Celine! Mother, what is going on here?
This is your mom?
Yes, I grew up in this village.
Oh, I didn't know you were born in Mars.
Have a seat, though, as we were just about to begin.
We are facing the greatest crisis in the history of Mars.
Elder, we are still unaware of the events that led up to this situation. Could you kindly fill us in?
Please, allow me to explain.
Yes, Father.
Sometime last evening, every child in the village simply vanished, as if they were rubbed out of existence. As we scrambled to form a search party, this man here came back from the Forest of Symbols with a disturbing message.
I was by myself in the forest at the time, practicing my symbology. Then all of a sudden, a bandit appeared before me. I steeled myself for battle, but he simply stood there and told me this before he disappeared into the woods. Our boss has your children. If you want them back, bring us 500,000 foal and the secret book.
What's this secret book he's talking about?
We cannot reveal specifics, but it is a book that describes the unique form of symbology passed down through the generations in this village.
When we heard the story, we were all at a loss as to what to do. Not only did we learn that our children were kidnapped, but that bandits were encroaching on the Forest of Symbols.
The forest has been protected for ages by holy symbols etched into the land itself, repulsing the wicked and evil-hearted. If they have broken through that barrier, then we must face a dire reality. Our enemy is more powerful than any that has come before.
But the children, are they safe?
According to a second messenger, the children are being held by the bandits deep inside the forest. He said that until we fulfill their demands, they'll stay exactly where they are. We don't know anything else about the children.
The Forest of Symbols is a special training ground for us symbologists. Furthermore, its landscape and terrain make it a natural fortress difficult to penetrate.
If it were simply a pack of bandits we were dealing with, it would take no more than a small team to dispatch them.
But the lives of our children are at stake. We can ill afford to make any rash moves. They may be simple bandits, but they have proven at least strong enough to break the barrier protecting the Forest of Symbols. Their defeat would mean nothing if the children were to be caught in the carnage.
It seems like there's nothing much we can do.
We haven't been sitting here simply twiddling our thumbs. One of our search team has already discovered the location of the bandit hideout. With that information in hand, all we need now is a way to rescue the children.
Oh, so you're set then?
We are. But as I mentioned earlier, we fear that to act by ourselves would prove to be insufficient. Fate has brought us a master swordsman. We thought we could ask him to join us in our rescue effort.
Diaz?
Reina?
You know this man, Reina?
Yes, we come from the same village. Is this the swordsman you're talking about?
That he is. There are few fighting men in this world who haven't heard the name Diaz Flack.
You have nothing to worry about then. Diaz is the strongest swordsman in the world. He could kill the whole group by himself.
So has Diaz agreed to your request, Father?
He accepted the job. Said it would be a good warm-up for the liqueur armory contest. But there is one snag.
I'm firmly against it. We know nothing of this stranger. I would rather we storm the forest ourselves than rely on the whims of outsiders.
Oh no, you can totally trust Diaz. I know him really well. He's an honest man, and as a fighter, no one can even come close.
I'd prefer to have someone more experienced than you to speak on his behalf, young lady.
This is our village's problem, it's true. Perhaps it is irresponsible of us to throw it on the shoulders of a passing swordsman.
In that case, Father, I have the perfect solution to our problem. Would it be all right if we defeated the bandits for you?
Celine, are you sure?
Of course. It would be the perfect opportunity to display the fruits of my training.
I don't care either way, but if you're kicking me off the team, I'm out of here. Don't come whining to me if that loudmouth girl screws everything up, got it?
Of all the rude things to say.
Don't you think you're being the rude one here? Barging into the middle of things and disrupting all of our plans? I'm done here. If you need me, I'll be back at the inn.
Father, are you seriously going to leave everything to that rogue? We could rend that pathetic rabble of bandits to shreds by ourselves, and you know it.
I know how you feel, Celine, but...
Reina.
I have yet to see hide nor hair of Reina. I guess she's still visiting with Diaz. Do you really think he wants to take all of them on by himself?
Sure looks that way to me. He's certainly confident enough of his chances anyway.
Ugh, what could the elder be thinking? I cannot believe he still wants that person to do this. Come on, Claude. Let's give him a piece of our mind.
Okay.
What? Aren't you interested? I've already convinced my father. You're late. Did that man do something to you?
Listen, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but I want to have Diaz join our group.
What are you talking about?
I asked Diaz, and he promised me that he would fight alongside us.
Well, it only makes sense that he'd listen to the cute girl next door instead of everyone else.
That wasn't the issue here. I'm telling you, he's a first-class swordsman. He'd be a huge asset to us out there.
What do you think, Claude?
He said he could do it all by himself. What's the point of having him along then?
How could you say something like that?
Well, it's true, isn't it? Besides, do we really even need him?
Huh. Well, I guess I'm going with Diaz then.
Reina.
Maybe you don't need him, Claude, but I do.
Oh well, let her do what she wants. The plan is set to go underway tomorrow. We should make any preparations we need and return to the Elder's house.
So what? You don't need me?
Now remember, the safety of the children is the #1 priority in this operation. Do not forget that.
We'll keep guard in the village while you're gone, sir.
And don't you get into any trouble either. Understand?
Of course not. Right, Claude? Claude?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Listen, don't you think we should have had them along too?
If they wanted us, they would have waited for us.
I suppose they just have their own way of doing things.
Surely they're planning to take all the credit by getting a head start on us.
This isn't a race, Celine. If you do run into them in the forest, I want you all to work together.
Yes, of course, Elder.
You'll need these boots to cross the bog inside the forest. Otherwise, parts of it will be totally impassable.
Thank you very much, Elder.
We will have good news for you when we return. I promise. Look at you, Claude. Still stuck on what Raina said before.
Huh?
Time to get on with it. Can't have Raina and that guy get all the glory now, can we?
I don't need you to remind me. Hang on, we can't walk through this swamp.
Oh, of course we can. What about our mud shoes?
Oh, right.
Who the hell are you? You bring us the money?
Doesn't look like you brought us Jack.
You've got it wrong there.
What do you mean?
You'll see after I beat you down.
What's that?
Be careful. Got you. I'd say that was 8 out of 10.
They put up more of a fight than I thought. Don't tell me you've had enough already.
You kidding me?
It's you! You're the guys who've been messing with us!
Somehow I feel like I should be the one that's saying that.
Hope you realize that you're putting your kids' lives in danger.
How about you start worrying about your own lives first? Be careful! Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10. Whoa!
Do you think they meant Raina and Diaz earlier?
That's what I would guess.
You worried about them?
You kidding me?
Party's over, kids. We've had enough of your crap.
We can't be causing that much trouble.
Then it must be your friends, and you're gonna pay for them.
We don't have any friends. Careful! Anyone hurt?
That's how you do it. What kind of crap could Reina and Diaz be pulling out here?
Don't look at me.
Oh, there you are.
What?
Aren't you supposed to be guarding the Elder's house?
I've taken care of things over there, so I thought I'd go into the forest.
Have you found the children?
Well, I hope so.
So all the bandits have been tracked down and killed then?
Oh, not at all.
Huh?
In fact, they've never been healthier.
What are you trying to say?
The only person getting killed around here is your father.
My father?
You didn't!
You put far too much trust in your friends. It was a trifling matter to disguise myself as one of your friends and steal the book.
You're the boss of the bandits! How dare you lay hands on my father?
You fiend! Taking advantage of us! I'm gonna make you pay for this!
So be it. Allow me to reveal my true self.
There's no way around.
We can win this! Ah! That was easier than I thought.
Weak. I'm quite happy with this.
That stone. It looks like the one Alan had. Celine, let's get back to the village. I'm worried about Egress.
No. The safety of the children is our first priority.
Celine!
I don't want anyone else to die today. Wouldn't saving the children be the one thing to do in order to prevent that from happening?
Celine.
Claude!
Reina!
What is that?
The symbologist that was at the Elder's house. The real him, that is.
That was the bandits' boss, wasn't it?
What are you doing here, Reina?
We just rescued the children from the house they were being held in.
Really?
You took this guy by yourself?
That's right. With some help from Celine, of course.
I see. Reina wasn't lying after all.
What do you mean?
The day we cross swords may not be so far away. I look forward to it. I apologize for my rudeness earlier. You probably wouldn't be a drag on me after all.
What's he talking about, Reina?
Diaz.
Time is of the essence. We must return to the village.
You're right. I hope Egress is all right.
He had taken several powerful spells at point-blank range. It'd be a miracle if he opens his eyes again.
I'm sure he'll recover if Reina gets to him in time.
Oh yes, with her healing spells.
Indeed. Such power is unheard of in our village.
Igris has regained consciousness.
Oh, has he?
I think he'll be fine once he gets some rest.
Well then, I'll go see how he's doing.
So that symbologist was the real culprit all along.
There was no way for us to know since he disguised himself as one of the victims.
I'm really impressed, though. You defeated the bandit boss all by yourself.
Not by myself. Celine was the key to the whole thing.
Even so, Diaz was really impressed.
I'm sure his skills are still way beyond anything I have. That's the impression I get anyway.
Claude?
It's easy to lash out against someone, but it's hard to accept them as an equal. If he was praising me, even just a little, that just means he's that much better than I am with the sword. I think I'm starting to understand what you see in him, Reina.
Why do you have to be that way, Claude? Diaz is like the big brother I never had. You're getting the wrong idea, and I don't like it.
Oh, really?
We're here right now because we're investigating the sorcery globe, right? You haven't forgotten, have you?
Reina.
What?
That stone that Alan had with him. Never mind. I hope you find your mother.
Thank you.
Hold it!
Celine!
I wish you wouldn't just leave me here.
But what about Igris?
Oh, my father? He's fine. I must say, your healing spell is really something, Reina.
I just did what I could.
Well, we need to get going. The sun's about ready to set.
Why don't you stay over for the night? I need to repay you two for all that you've done.
Are you sure it's okay?
Oh, come on. Are you forgetting that you two are the heroes of the day?
Heroes, huh?
Of course. To whom are we going to express our gratitude if you two just run off like this?
Diaz didn't say where he was going, did he?
I think you'll find him soon enough. He may not like dealing with others, but he causes chaos everywhere he goes, regardless.
True.
Now then, you two are going back to my place. Come on, come on!
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, not at all. I'm just happy you enjoyed it.
Are you feeling all right?
Fit as a fiddle, and it's all thanks to Reina. By the way, I hear you're on your way to Harley.
That's correct. We intend to travel across the sea to Licour and find passage there to the land of El.
The land of El?
Is there a problem?
I heard where you're going over dinner. You're after the sorcery globe, aren't you?
Yes. Could I ask you for your thoughts on the sorcery globe, Igris?
This is just my personal opinion, but I believe it might be some form of energy entity.
Energy entity?
Yes. And if that were the case, then perhaps whatever energy it's emitting is affecting all the animals in the area and turning them into monsters.
Does energy work like that?
Well, it's just one of many possibilities.
Do you have any other thoughts?
I suppose the easiest explanation is that it's simply a normal meteorite. But that doesn't really explain all the phenomena we've had in the ensuing weeks. Are you sure you want to proceed into L immediately after landing on Liqueur? I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
What do you mean, Father? Why wouldn't it be?
You're working on far too little information right now. My suggestion would be to gather more intelligence in Liqueur before traveling to L. There's a fine line between courage and recklessness. Do you understand?
Certainly. That sounds like a good idea.
Well, you're leaving early tomorrow, right? Best get to bed soon. I can smell something whenever you're around.
Oh, yeah, I guess I haven't bathed lately.
No, that's not what I meant. I suppose it's my symbologist's instincts kicking in, but I'm starting to understand why everyone thought you were the hero.
Oh, not at all, Igris. I'm nowhere near the all-powerful hero people think that I am. It's just that, you know, Reina and Celine are giving their all out there every day. I'd feel bad if I didn't try at least as hard as they do.
Reina and Celine. I personally would have stopped at Reina.
Oh,
I think you're much more than you think you are. That power of Reina's doesn't bother you at all, and that's the way it should be. Well, I'd better not keep you up any longer. You should get some sleep for the trip tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks for seeing us off like this.
You have been a great help to me. Accompanying you to the village outskirts is the least I can do.
Well, time to get going.
Take care of yourselves on the road.
If L looks too dangerous, I don't want you to risk your lives.
There's nothing to worry about, Mother. Besides, I have Reina and Claude with me.
Then we shall place our faith in them.
Where do you think we should aim for after landing on Liqueur?
Liqueur Kingdom should be your first stop, I suppose. It's the biggest country on the continent. You'll be able to find all the latest information, not to mention a wider selection of weapons.
I was thinking about going to Linga to decipher the book that the Elder had trouble comprehending.
Linga?
A town in Liqueur. It's famous for its wealth of scholars.
Linga is on the southern tip of Liqueur. If I were you, however, I'd head for Liqueur Castle first.
Thank you for everything.
It's time to hit the road. We're not blessed with time.
Right. Off to Liqueur.